everybody, I'm Ellie Wildflowers and welcome to my trailer rehab project. If you missed the first video explaining what this project is and how it came about, then I will put a link to it on the screen and you can go check that out. So now I've done kind of a lot on the trailer since the last video I made, which I feel a little bad about. I wanted to make another one in between then and now, but I was busy/lazy and it didn't happen. But so now, here's this video. Mostly what I've done is a lot of demo, a lot of pulling things out and trying to see how bad the water damage is and ripping it down to a clean slate. Like you saw in the first video, the water damage on the whole front of the trailer was really, really bad. Like, the wood was absolutely disintegrated because the ceiling on the sides of the aluminum was super old and completely gone. And as it turns out, it's pretty much just as bad in the back where the bathroom and the closet is, but it's going to be harder for me to get out of there, so I'm kind of just putting that aside until I have more time and more help, and just focusing on the front part now, and then I'll deal with that when I'm able to. I've ripped almost everything out of the inside of the trailer except for the kitchen, and I've replaced all the beams or framework that were completely rotted out before. So let me show you guys what I did there. So I took the windows out and ripped everything out, and now this framework that you see here is almost all new stuff that I've replaced. Big mess of cords hanging there. And I'm really happy to see that this trailer is insulated. I didn't expect it to be, but that's really cool. That'll help a lot in both the winter and summertime. I mentioned it in my previous video, but I'm really a novice at this. I have a little bit of handyman/carpentry experience because my dad is really handy and he's done remodels on our house and I've always helped him with that. So I have learned about things that way, but I'm not experienced or professional by any means. So this really is a steep learning curve and I'm just jumping in and learning as I go. And so this is the framework that I put up. I hope there aren't any contractors out there that are going to tear me apart for this, but it seems pretty sturdy to me. So these are just 2x2 pieces of wood that I bought at Home Depot, and they're like slightly treated, and I was a little worried about that at first because they smell kind of bad, but the smell seems to have gone away since they've dried out more, so that's great. So yeah, I just have got new beams that I sandwiched up to the old rotted beams. Like you can see here, this end here is where the water damage stopped, and so I just got my new beams, sandwiched them up there, and now this is all old beam that was still just fine. It didn't get water damaged. And then this is my new one that went this far back. So yeah, I've got a new framework put in, and I've supported most corners with these little corner supports. I haven't completely finished. There's some corners that don't have them that I want them to be there, so I'm going to keep doing that today. And then another big thing that happened since my last video was taking out the table and chairs that used to be right here. You can see how far they went out, this old line right here, and that leaves very little space between the kitchen and this big, it was a bulky table and chairs. So I'm super glad that I pulled that out. And my plan for this space right here is to put a set of drawers in the corner here, because as you can see there's this pipe that goes to, I'm not really sure if this is a black water or gray water pipe, but it goes down to that tank down there. And so I have to work around that, so things have to be a little bit pushed out, a little bit farther than I originally intended. But I think I'll just do some deeper drawers right here that go up to beneath the window. Oops. Oh my gosh, it's a mess in here. And then have some much shallower shelving that goes all along here and covers both the wheel hall, and this is my AC/DC converter, and goes up to beneath the window and all the way over here where my pull-out futon-style bed will come out to. And my plan back here for this space, you can see this is the big freshwater tank, and this is like the electrical like circuit box area. So that has to stay there and has to be worked around. What I want to do is put a built-in L-shaped couch bench type of deal that goes all along the back under this window, which I think will be really nice, and then is an L shape over here alongside the kitchen. And then I'll be able to do some storage stuff, have some nice pull-out drawers between the top of the water tank and the bottom of where I want my bench couch to be. So that'll give me some more storage opportunities. And then I'll also make it some kind of a futon style so that my bed can be back here as well. Then the only other big thing I've done since my last video is I have replaced one of the windows. Obviously these windows in front where the beams were completely rotted out had to be taken out and replaced once I'd put new beams in. But I think I'm going to take out all the windows and reseal them because obviously there was some sealant issues throughout the trailer because there's been so much water damage, and it's just a really old trailer, and I think that would be a really prudent idea. So right here is the one window that I have replaced. I have just screwed it in with there's butyl tape underneath, and I'm also going to go over it with a ProFlex sealant that you use with a caulking gun, and it was recommended to me to use that for an RV/trailer. So that's what I'm going to do. And the windows are really easy to take out. That wasn't a hard thing to do at all. Those screws they kind of look like bolts that go around the outside. You just use a drill, take them out, and what I spent the most time on was actually cleaning up the windows, getting all the old butyl tape and grime and gunk off of both the window and the aluminum siding where the window's going to go back in. And then once that was cleaned up, all you have to do is edge the window with butyl tape rather than putty tape, but they're really similar, and then put the window back in and screw it down, and that's pretty much all you have to do, and then trim off the excess butyl tape, and I'll go around the whole thing with a line of sealant before I'm totally done with it. But I think I might do that after I paint the exterior of the trailer. I think that might make it look a bit neater and cleaner, but I haven't really made up my mind. I'm still thinking about that. So there you have it. My past 2 trailer weekend rehab building sessions have been focused on demo and then rebuilding all that rotted framework in the front and just a little bit of window work, and mostly I'm going to be focused on window work and a little bit more framework support today. Hey, my battery died, but thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.